So the world is round and round with all you ever knew. I say the sky high above is carrying if every man says all he can, if every man is true, do I believe the sky above is
Good Wednesday morning, one and all. Welcome to The Point for today, Wednesday, the 11th of November, 2015. I am Brenda Batiste, and it's a pleasure to have you in our company once more. Whether you're looking on, listening, joining us online at www.gbn.gd, we welcome you to the program. Normally on Wednesday mornings, we have someone from the government of Grenada. This morning, we were expecting Minister Alvin Dabrio. He's also the parliamentary representative for the constituency of St. John. As you are aware by now, and if you're not, there's a major landslide in an area just after Palmis called Whitegate. Yes, and he's not here as yet, so I suspect that he may be tending to that. So we have not seen him, but if he shows up or if someone else shows up, we take them. But in the meantime, guys, as we normally do, and we don't have anyone sitting in studio, you're the guest, the special co-host, if you will. And so we'll entertain calls, open line from you, anything that you want to raise here this morning on the program. It is 3 minutes gone past the hour of 9 o'clock. So we'll entertain an open line, 435-2041. That's the access number. As we, Minister Dabrio is not here with us. I suspect he's tending to what's happening in his constituency out there in Whitegate and out in St. John with that major landslide we have had. So we just get the phone lines working and get an open line going here. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Brenda.
Morning.
That situation on Saturday could have handled so much easier. Because I'm saying that, not to say that competition, it's just a show. So all you could have done is compromise and say, well, okay, even if it arrive late, just say, okay, well, push it back to another performance probably later on in the show.
You're talking about Saturday's benefit concert?
Yeah. You could handle it much simpler. I didn't see what all this were about. It's not a competition. It's a benefit concert. So even though Killer came late, all he had to do is just push him back for that back in the show. Simple as that. And nothing much will come for that.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your contribution. 435-2041. That is the access number. It is open line Thursday. Well, not Thursday. Sorry. It's Wednesday. And our special guest is supposed to be the Minister Alvin Dabrio. He's responsible for ICT, Minister of State and Ministry of Information Technology. But there is that situation in his constituency, and I'm sure he's tending to that. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hello, morning, Brenda.
Good morning.
You know, I really give a chance to say hello to you properly and admire you. You know, you are so cheerful in the mornings, 5 o'clock. How do you do it? I actually so grateful I listen from 5 o'clock, but I'm in bed, you know, so I'm privileged to do that because I'm a retired person now, so I have that benefit. But, you know, I really admire your stand, the topics you have, the chances you give people, and so forth and so forth. Can you just tell me, though, what is Enos on long sabbatical leave?
Well, Enos has said goodbye to us. He's gone to live with his family.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised. Well, I'm really surprised because for some months now, I think it's from August. You know, first of all you had Simon, I think, and then you came on, and you know, where is his family then?
In North America.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well, when
you know, home is where the family is.
Yeah,
so
well,
sadly, yeah, we had to say
having
goodbye.
lived abroad all my life and retire here now, so you know, I know what it's like. So, but when you speak to him, give him our love.
Most definitely, I will.
Right. Thank you ever so much.
You too. Bye-bye. Thanks for the
Bye.
kind words. Have a great day. 435-2041. That's the access number. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, November the 11th already, guys. Here, 44 days to Christmas, huh? Yes, you're wondering how I know it's a check-in. Yeah, I'm that into Christmas. Good morning.
I just want to find out if you're not working at 5 o'clock in the morning again.
Yes, we are. Hello? 43520. Hello? Okay, yes, we are, dear. 435-2041. That is the access number. Please call and let us know what's on your mind. Just in case you're just joining us, we had a situation with a massive landslide out there in St. John and in an area called White Gate. That's just after Palmis, that area there. So, and we were expecting Minister Alvin Dabrio this morning, so we guess he's tending to that. But just in case you are coming further, if you're coming from Sotez or coming from St. Andrew to come through north, coming west, please be advised. And just in case you're leaving this area, be advised as well. And there may be some folks getting down late this morning to work, to school, to some whatever business activity they may have had to do on this side. They may be a little tardy this morning, okay? So bear that in mind, everyone. So far, no incidents reported in terms of any injury or anything like that. So we hope it remains that way. Good morning.
Hello, morning, Brenda.
Morning.
Yeah, I call this police because sometimes you put on the radio and we're not hearing you. What time the station has come on and we come on at 5?
Yes, we come on at 5.
Yeah, but some...
Four 435-2041. That's the access number. It's To The Point Wednesday. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Brenda.
Morning.
I just want you to have a blessed day and continue doing the good work you're doing.
Hello.
Hi. I said, have a blessed day and continue doing what you're doing.
Oh, thanks. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't have something on here. Sorry, dear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't have something on this side. Sorry. 435-2041. That is the access number. It is, we're going to do an open line. I suspect we may not see our guest today, who is Minister Dabrio. So, because he probably is quite busy sorting out that situation on his side. But so you get to be the special guest today, as per usual. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Brenda.
Morning.
I just want to thank you so much for the past years. When I used to sell with my basket, you used to hug me and give me courage and strength to carry on. Today, I want to say thank you so much, and I still love you. I hope you know who's speaking.
Is that David?
That's right. I love you so much.
All right, nice to hear you, David. Yes, number one man with all those great goodies in the basket. It's been a while. Nice to hear you, David. Thanks for calling in. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Well, I try to be good.
Okay, how the rain treating you?
You're treating me the worst.
All right.
Let me ask you something. What are we going on with West Indies cricket? Can you imagine that the cricket board passed him for breaking the law of the constitution of the cricket board? Eh? And today they asking the board had to take back the man. So in other words,
no, they didn't fire him. They said he made some inappropriate comments, and
He broke the law of the cricket board, the constitution of the cricket board. The cricket board have a constitution which says that you do not discuss matters that they discuss in privacy.
You have 2 minutes? You have 2 minutes? You could spare 2 minutes?
Yes. Huh?
Stay on the line. Let me allow you to listen to something. All right?
Go ahead.
Stay on the line. Don't go. Listen to this. All right?
Yes, I listen.
During a press conference on the 25th of September 2015 in Barbados, called to announce the West Indies Cricket Board's men's seniors team selected to tour Sri Lanka in October and November 2015, and the revelation of the voting that took place at the team selection meeting. I extend a public apology to all whom I may have offended. I have personally apologized to my fellow selectors and the West Indies Cricket Board, and now do so again publicly. I am looking forward to putting this behind me and doing the job I enjoy with the West Indies senior men's teams, to continue heading towards the goal that we have inside and towards which we have started working.
Yes.
You heard that?
I heard that. Listen to me.
That was Phil Simmons apologizing.
Yeah, he apologized, but that doesn't mean that they have to be stating. Let me ask you something. The government of West Indies cricket, they had a report from the committee what they set up. They sent it to each government in the Caribbean. Miss Portia Simpson, she deliberately published the report where the report said that it does not have to publish until they meet. What did they do to her? Did they punish her for that?
You know for a fact that it was Miss Portia Simpson that leaked the report?
Well, it is privacy. Nobody can go and open Miss Portia Simpson's mail. If you send a report to the heads of government, nobody can go and open mail. She published it. They can't tell her nothing. But the cricket board now, they go one day foot and one day foot. Then people will destroy the cricket in this country more than in the Caribbean more than years. Remember that? You have a good system.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks, caller. Yeah, I know we're really passionate about our cricket, and there'll always be those concerns about its management and what's happening with it and so on and so forth. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Brenda. I have this incident and I just want to share it with you.
Go ahead.
Well, I had this friend. She's not from Grenada, but she's living in Grenada, and she was looking for a worker at this specific company. So I was helping her out. And thing to get the work and thing, right? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Go ahead.
Yes. And then she went down there, and then she signed up the application form and everything. But seeing to that she's not a citizen of Grenada, she will need to get a work permit, right? And then now, well, he told her she got a job and everything, but she didn't get a job, but they were telling her that she need a work permit and she needs to get the work permit. What happened is that they told her to go in the ministry and get the work permit, like the receipt, and she had to pay $100. She went in the Minister of Labor and she got the work permit. when she got the work permit and everything, she went back to them as she followed their instructions, and she went back to them and she told them, she told the secretary, well, look, she have the work permit, the form and everything, and they told her they'll get back to her. Well, I told her to call them to show her interest and everything, and she called them, and then they said that the secretary told her she has spoken with somebody, and then the person told her that, they had to hire her first before she get, they had to hire her first, and they had to put her in training before they start talking about the work permit and everything. After they had told her she needs to get a work permit, they didn't told her that they have to hire her first before she get the work permit. So I find that was very funny and very unfair, and it's not very nice. Secretary is giving wrong information, and she had wasted a whole $100 and get the work permit. And then, but she had called the Ministry of Labor to find out if that was true. And they was like, are you crazy? The person must hire you first before you get the work permit. But what the secretary had told her is that she needs to get the work permit. So it's like they're saying that before I hire you, you have to get the work permit, which was they have to hire her first, and then she would need to get the work permit. And I find that was very unfair. I don't know if it's because, she's from another country, so she's not deserved to work or whatever.
Well, the rules are, I mean, from what I know, and I don't think that has changed, is that once you have to get the work permit to get hired. But in the interview process, if the company was that impressed with her, and they tell her, well, listen, we would be happy to have you, but try and see if you can get a work. Some companies even go as far as to assist people with getting work permits. So somewhere along the line, there seem to have been communication and understanding issues.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is that the secretary was given her wrong information.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so she told her what she was supposed to do. She was supposed to go with her in interview and everything, and then when she get the work whatever, then she tell her about the work permit. The work permit wasn't supposed to be informed to her unless she get the job. That's why I find it was very
right.
Yeah, and a whole $100 was raised just like that.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear that, and I trust maybe, I mean, I don't want you to say the name of the company on air, but maybe if the person could go back to the Ministry of Labor, let them know, the company, the office, or whoever, so they could have a chat with them about how they communicate those things moving forward. Anyway, thanks for your call. Appreciate it. 435-2041, that is the access number. Let us know what's on your mind this morning here on To The Point. It is 20 minutes gone past the hour of 9 o'clock. Yes, these situations with work permits and all of that, they're very dicey, and one, you have to be very careful when explaining to people. You know, you should have your work permit before. That is a law. I know there are companies that they interview people, they're very impressed by them, and they even go all out to assist them in obtaining those work permits. But you need the work permit to start to work. You know, that's a legal process. But you know, you have to be very careful in the communication of these things. And what you're not sure about, you need to ask questions, of course. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hello, yes, morning. I'm phoning back to find out what actually happened. Did any of the stations showed West Indies playing the series that they're playing now?
No.
No, we couldn't get anybody to sponsor it. I mean, we know that West Indies cricket has gone down from rock bottom to bottomless. It can't go any further, and it's sad to say, as a West Indian person who followed cricket in England and continue to follow it now, cricket, when the West Indies were playing, probably before you were born in the 70s, Brenda, we made the game known. They brought in cricketers, even from the West Indies, to train England to play cricket. Cricket started in England, as so they say, but West Indies, when they were playing cricket, brought a lot of the finances and everything into. They put people in a good stand. There was such racial tension in England at that moment, and it brought people together. So now I really it's sad for me to say I feel that West Indies should now go back and start from fresh. Learn to play cricket. They shouldn't be playing World Series or anything like that now at all. They should take a back stand and go and learn and then come back to play cricket. It is so sad that I have to say it. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Kola. Thanks. Yep. The recommendation of starting all over again, learning the fundamentals, moving along with, new things, a new way of doing things, new rules, new approaches. Yep. All of that seem to be what is required. But how we get to there? Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Brenda.
Morning.
Yes, just a couple of mornings back, I heard talk about ISIS training in Trinidad. You have people who are actually ISIS people, and they're training young boys or maybe girls to become like warriors to fight against their own people. But as I see, like around the world, there is a lot of this thing going on, because even in America, people are handing in themselves to the ISIS and becoming partners with them, and they're working for them, like for whatever means. Probably they're getting paid for what they do, and these people, they have no love with them, and because the devil exists in them, they're becoming criminals too, likewise to their seeds. And in Grenada, we have a lot of people coming in as well. We don't know who these people are, but they're coming in. Strangers are coming in the island. They're habitating and they're influencing other people. I think even in the boat industry area, we have different boats coming in. When people come in on boats, we don't have checkpoints to say, well, this person is this. We don't check the backgrounds of the people that are coming in. I think the government has to step up in areas like this, where boats and different yachts sailing from all over the world and coming in here, and they're not even checking in. There are those who will check in, and there are those who don't check in, and we need to know who these people are and what are their purpose in the island. And if, well, I don't know, but I think something that is a concern for Grenada.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Kola. Thanks. I guess tighter border patrols and all the ports of entries, tighter security and so on will be required at this time. But it is happening, and it is real, and it is something that is impacting the whole world. So trust that we never get to the point where we see any Grenadians in any videos announcing that they are part of it, and let's just keep our fingers crossed that that's not the case. But yes, it's growing, and it's a reality, and it's something that everyone should be really concerned about. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hi, morning.
Good morning.
And how you doing?
Good.
There is a saying that is not the fall you should be afraid of, it's the sudden stop. And I apply that saying to the West Indies cricketing situation as the recommendation coming from the heads of government, as was stated or presented to the press and the world by our Prime Minister and the Professor Lady Blackburn, is her name?
Barito.
Barito. Barito, sorry, right. Relating to the West Indies Cricketing Board. I think the West Indies Cricketing Board should recognize not just the fact that West Indies cricket has been on a decline. Everybody would have recognized that. But just the fact that it has gone so far, to the extent that the Prime Ministers have seen it fit that those who are responsible for West Indies cricket in the various territories have seen it fit to intervene and make recommendation to the extent that they went to. They should realize that they are on the way out. as recommended by the board, by the committee that was used to study the issue. And to hear one of the board members anonymously relating to the subject matter in a defiant way, although what he might have said could be true, but I hardly believe it is showing that he's saying that the prime ministers and so on are not honest in the report they just give out, and which I don't think he's right about. But in he coming out clandestinely, you might say, to react to the whole issue that way, it shows a measure of defiance, which to me is futile. Because the mere fact, like I'm saying, that the prime ministers have gone that far, it means that their tenureship is limited to that extent now. Because the prime ministers, the governments of the Caribbean countries that are involved in West Indies cricket are responsible for the various facilities, for building, for maintaining. The board doesn't have that amount of power to determine what happens beyond the boundary of their offices where they go and sit and make decisions relative to the players. Everything that has to do with West Indies cricket has to do with the governments, the ministries of sports, and so on within the various territories. So there is no basis for a defiant attitude coming from the board. I think they should follow the recommendations of the board, of the committee, and it doesn't have to go that far as some people are recommending.
I don't know, did you watch the press conference and you listened to it at all?
A bit of it, yes.
Right, you remember the question, I think it was Lou asked the question as to them having, no, not Lou, it was Trevor Thwaites asking the question about the meeting they were having when Prime Minister Mitchell said that they have sent a request to the board to meet with them soonest. And Trevor asked, well, they have a meeting scheduled for the 12th of December or whatever. And the Prime Minister looked at Trevor, smiled, and he said, soonest. So before that meeting.
He said what?
He said that it has to happen before the 12th. Well, more or less, the board could make all their plans of meetings for the 12th. But they need to see them like now.
Yeah, it seems. I want to believe that makes sense. Because if you're talking about a drastic change in the atmosphere of West Indies cricket right now, not only that you need players to have a different attitude, but you need to have a different management. For too long, people have been complaining. I'm one of West Indies fan in spite of winning or losing. That's how I've been. Although they have lost a lot of favor from me since the Indian debacle. They have lost a lot, but I still maintain that West Indies cricket could come back with the proper attitude coming from management in particular. Because I'll tell you this, I believe in authority, and in being informed authority. So that if the players are cognizant at all times of a management and an authority that they have to satisfy, they're not doing any nonsense as they have been doing and getting away with it on the field. If the management, the board, is as firm as can be in making sure that if you don't perform, you don't have this kind of seniority nonsense that was a part of West Indies cricket for a long while. You kind of become favorite because you are a part of the team for a long time. That shouldn't be. There was a time when England used to be changing side almost every day. And England, after that, became one of the best sides the world ever had. Close to West Indies in its glory days. But there used to be change inside because if the players don't perform properly or as to expectation, they are out. West Indies players for the longest while have been playing the fool and getting away with it too much.
All right. Thanks a lot, caller.
Granted by the board too.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Be good.
Yeah, appreciate your contribution. It is one that is going to create a lot of passionate and heated and going to be lots of dissenting voices and, new things would emerge as well. But for the most part, I think it's really, really healthy what is happening at the moment. And, let's see what happens. Defiance is not needed. And the board member who spoke with anonymity, put your name down. If you're going to come out and say those things, put your name down. Yeah, don't speak with anonymity. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Brenda.
Good morning.
Your previous caller is right on the money with most of the things that he mentioned there. And I don't know if you remember my position when this thing with Siemens came about. And I was saying that sometimes we have to bridge protocol in order to get changes done. And if you have to pay for it, so be it. And that's, as I said, he had to do what he had to do now. He had to be politically correct and make this statement. But he has been vindicated because it shows that even before he took an action, there was a move on to look at this whole craziness. And what has happened since has even brought to light more of that problem. So I think he will come out there, in spite of having to eat humble pie, he's out there now smelling like a rose. That thing is rotten to the core. So sometimes we are afraid to stand up and be counted. People may say, okay, but he was unprofessional. Sometimes you have to do it for the better good. The greater good is what matters. But many times we prefer to stay there and play the game and dance around. I always believe in the saying that donation is more important than duration. It's not how long you stay there. Some people will dance around there and stay there for decades. They have not donated a thing. They have not changed anything. They have made no contribution. And my policy is, if you're going to be there for 1 week and make a contribution, you're better than someone who stays there for a decade and does nothing. And hats off to him. He's done what he has to do, but he has sent a strong signal. And I think because of his stance, we're going to see a lot of improvement. I don't know if you heard the announcement in the sports news this morning that they have increased the prize money.
I read it.
By fourfold? How that happened suddenly? Isn't that the same tournament that's in progress now?
Yes, that's correct.
And suddenly they got 4 times the amount of money? Wow, strange things are happening. Boy, we have to go to the bottom of these things. All the best, and I think we all love West Indies cricket, and we have to do what is right. No matter how much it hurts and how painful it is, we have to just shake that thing down and start it up from scratch. Have a good day, Brenda.
Thanks a lot. Very valuable contribution, and some of what you just said could be applied to all aspects of life, not just West Indies cricket, indeed. Donation over duration. I kind of like that. 435-2041, that's the access number. It is open line Wednesday. Minister Alvin Dabrio should have been here with us this morning, but of course you know what has happened with that major landslide out at Whitegate, and St. John is his constituency, and I am sure, knowing the sort of individual he is quite busy tending to that. Good morning, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Hey, Brenda, morning.
Morning.
Morning. What I want you to do for me, there is a talk going around about this NIS thing. Who paid NIS and who didn't pay. Now, Senator Nazimov come out and say that the government didn't give them any money. And the government come out and say from the time they in there, they have paid $68 million. So, I don't know if you could invite the NIS on one of your shows on Monday evening, behind the headline. Let them come out and tell the public, because somebody is lying. Let me know who is lying. That's
okay.
Okay then.
Okay, caller. The statement was made last Wednesday, indeed. Last Tuesday and last Wednesday too. It was made to the point on Tuesday, and on Wednesday the NDC had their formal press conference, and the statement was made. The Ministry of Finance, who would have made the payments on behalf of the government, or who would have access to those records, they came out and they presented records of payment from XYZ period to XYZ period, a period that was being disputed. We can try to see if we can get the NIS to come on to see what they have to say, but it's a matter of fact checking about this whole when was the money paid, who's owing who, and that sort of thing. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm not really calling in about the cricket or anything.
No, it's open line. So whatever you want to talk about, dear.
Well, currently, last week Friday, at Town City Fair, the police had handled a situation which I think could have been solved at,
Are you able to project your voice a little more? I'm hearing you like really low.
Okay. Last week at Town City Fair, the police they had a situation which I think the police could have handled in a better manner, which they had handled it in, where they pepper spray everyone in the area which had a fight. And I think that in some situation like that, I think they should think before, resolving the problem just on what they think is best. Because my friend was standing, me and my friend, we were standing, and she was asthmatic, and she had an asthma attack. And thankful that we had rushed her to the general hospital on time, because we had lost pulse, everything on her. And we were lucky enough to carry her to the general hospital where, the problem was resolved. So all I'm trying to say is I think that the police should handle some situation in a manner which is best for both people involved and them.
Can I ask you what prompted the police to jump into action and to use the pepper spray to begin with?
It had 2 fights previously, but I think that it could have been resolved, cutting off the music and stuff, because the music was still playing and everybody was still dancing, and then the pepper spray had just been, into the air. So I really do think that it could have handled the situation in a better manner than how it was handled.
Okay, was anybody hurt or so?
Yes, it was like several person having asthma attack rushing to the general hospital.
Oh, really?
Yes, that was Friday. I was surprised that nobody had called, expressed their views on that, but I really do think that the police should handle certain situation in better manner than which they handled that particular situation, I should say.
Right. Well, we'll seek a comment from the Police Community Relations Department about whatever transpired down at the fair last Friday.
Yes. Enjoy your day.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, dear. Bye-bye. It is 22 minutes, moving up to the hour of 10 o'clock in the morning time. It is To The Point Wednesday. It is Open Line Wednesday. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We would like to say thanks in behalf of Shoma Thomas, the young lady who lost her life last week with the accident in Hope. We'd like to say thanks to all the people of Hope and the people who was passing by, and all the motorists who stopped and assist us at that moment. Thanks very much.
Okay, who are you, sir? Were you related to her?
I was the driver.
Oh, how are you doing?
Well, holding on. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thanks for calling, and be well, okay? God bless.
Thanks to all of those people who assist us.
Okay, thanks a lot for your phone call.
Thank you.
And be well, all right?
I will.
Okay, God bless.
Okay.
Wow. We take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I'm Francis Urias Peters. To really know who I am, you must look at the plays that I've written over the past 30 years, because they reflect hard work, discipline, and my inner beliefs. Now, these values were shaped by my earlier bringings, because I was always curious about my roots and my identity as a Caribbean man. Now, I'm a good listener, and K105 has always been a great source of education and entertainment. Now, while the station name may have changed over the years, it has always provided valuable information which enabled me as a playwright to document and to celebrate our history, our behavior, and our achievements. K105 is my choice. It's the national station.
Hey Graphics, people say you were a shy, quiet guy. Would you say Hot 98 brought out a side of you that was just under the surface?
Right now, think of myself as before Hot 98 and after Hot 98. Yes, I was a bit quiet, but right now I've gotten to expose this side of my personality that was dying to come out. I hope you all out there are enjoying the hype I bring to you on Block 98 on evening time with me, Graphics, on Hot 98.5, Hot 98.7 FM.
Welcome back to The Point. It is Open Line Wednesday, 435-2041. That is the access number. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Brenda. Brenda, there was a lady that called a while ago. She sung to me like a English woman, a foreigner. She was interested in the cricket. Like, she liked to know, like, if you was a radio station, she could get his cricket live or so. She got to go and flow 318. But she got to pay for that package. I think that package is $15. Right now, West Indies is about to bad because that's the last 2020. And very honestly speaking, I switched from the station, so I don't know. Fletcher and Charles is about to take strike. So we don't get any scores yet. So, but if she's interested in the cricket, she got to call Flo and pay $15, and she get it on 318.
All right.
Also,
bye, thanks. 435-2041. That is the access number to call. It is To The Point. Yes, the cricket was supposed to start at 9:30 our time, so they're just getting ready to go out. It is that is West Indies, the final T20 West Indies versus Sri Lanka. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Morning, Brenda. My main concern is with the judiciary. I have problem with the judiciary, our justice system. Sometimes you call a police, you make follow-up call, they don't even come. When you do what you do, you've been treated like an alien. They have to take your bail one after the other. There's no concern. The lawyers rejecting a particular clientele. Over 60% of people are going to jail. No legal aid. That the police pay? No, my dear. Taking jurors who selling vegetable in the market to dispense justice for people? Are we crazy? That cannot be forward. Thank you, my dear.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you, caller. Thanks for your phone call. 435-2041. That is the access number to call. And yeah, cricket has just started. Andre Fletcher and Johnson Charles, they're out there. So as a T20, it'll be a pretty short one. So, and you can follow cricket online as well. You can go to Cricket Info, those of you who have your devices and so on. You can go to cricketinfo.com and get all your cricket updates. And we'll provide a full update for you here in the lunchtime sporting news as well. 435-2041, that is the access number to call. Let us know what is on your mind this morning. It is 15 minutes moving up to the hour of 10 o'clock in the morning time. All right. Earlier, I think there was a caller who still mentioned about the increase in the prize monies. Yes. So West Indies Cricket Board have announced some big things in the last couple of days. What have they said? Yes, they have increased the prize monies from $30,000 to more than $120,000. Get this, US dollars. All right, that is for the 20 that they currently have on the way. 435-2041, that is the access number to call if you want to get on to the program this morning. It is open line. So they're saying as well that in addition to the usual player of the match and season-ending awards, the teams in each round will now receive $3,000 for each outright victory under this new pay structure that they have announced. The chief executive officer of the WICB, a gentleman by the name of Michael Muirhead, said that they are confident that the increase in the prize money will encourage the players to perform more purposefully and help to build the competitive environment in the tournament. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Morning.
Hello, good morning, Brenda.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Brenda, everybody having a problem with the cricket board, and they're having problem with selectors. Brenda, my problem is that I was a cricketer, and blind people cannot play cricket. Blind people cannot play cricket. When you are sitting in front of the monitor there, and you do your best, whether you're getting more money or less money, and you have a pride for yourself, you're going out and do your best. And when the men go out on the field, the cricket board and so is not there with them. They're expected to be doing their best. And what I would recommend to any committee that they make, that to get an eye specialist for the cricket in fraternity, because to me that the men is not seeing the ball. They're not seeing ball, Brenda, because short side will see they're playing and what ball they should leave alone and they bring it back on the wicket. Brenda, is because these men haven't got sight for cricket. So they have to get a specialist to select cricket as a team. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, caller. Interesting. Yeah, you know, sometimes it makes you wonder. There's also this report coming out yesterday as well that an ESPN Cricket Info writer says that the bowling for that resulted in our loss on Monday basically was mediocre. He went on to say that Sunil Narine was outstanding, but he had scant support from the Legion of West Indies seamers, who as a unit were a little light on variation and surprise. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Brenda. I'd like to ask a question, and I wanted to do a little research on it for me. The West Indies cricket team, the female, aren't they under the same board?
Yes, dear, they are.
So how come the women are performing and the men are not performing on the same board?
Well, we have to be careful, too, because we have to make sure the structure is right for the woman, huh? The promise is there.
Exactly. So I feel he has a lot more on the board as do the players, too. Because the women are performing on the same board. So I see the difference. Thank you.
Okay, caller. Thanks for your contribution. 435-2041, that is the access number. Let's know what's on your mind this morning. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Brenda, Monday evening on Beyond the Headlines, I saw Dr. Rudy Webster on the program. And I clearly remember when he was a psychologist. That was a lot of years ago. And what I realized is that some of the players who playing for the senior team now are under his watch as youngsters. So I'm asking myself, what did Dr. Webster really achieve, you know, in the minds of these players? Because the psychological part of the game, they spend millions and millions of dollars to improve it or to help the guys. But so far, I haven't seen no results of that from what Dr. Webster has done. So I believe that in the Caribbean here we have a psychological problem, which we need to fix first. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you, caller. You know, a psychologist, a coach can come in and engender and get you to learn technical best practices and all of that. Work with your personality, your character, your social stance to get you in line with what they're trying to achieve from you in the organization, team, structure, or outfit. But that has to be managed. You know, when last have Dr. Webster been around these people? Once he would have done his work with them, who then takes it? So, those are the things that we need to bear in mind as well. It's not robotic. Has to be maintained. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, Brenda.
Good morning.
There was a caller that spoke very passionately earlier about the West Indies cricket, and she would have reminded me of what my late father-in-law said about how West Indians used to play cricket in the 70s and so. And, I usually comment that we have moved from the top to the bottom, and when we think we cannot go lower, we still keep going lower. The recent forum, I didn't get to hear much of it, but one comment I heard, and it was saying, which said, it is not about personalities. I don't know if you heard that, but what does that really mean? It must be about personalities because it's people there, and you change from one set of personalities to another set. So I want an explanation. I don't know if you have it. When they say it's not about personalities, what are they really saying? Have a great day. Bye.
All right, have a great day. Now, personalities are involved, but I think what they were really saying is that they didn't want to zero in on personalities, because when you think of organizations such as the WICB, the president is Dave Cameron. So I think, the folk probably were trying to say, because I can't speak for Dr. Mitchell, I'm sorry, neither can I speak for Professor Eugene Barreto, and they both said it about it's not about personalities, about fixing the structures. Yes, the individuals are a part of the structure, but we shouldn't focus on Dave Cameron, whether his eyes blue, black, or pink. It's what is set up in that structure that is making Dave Cameron's stewardship as the president appear to be ineffective. So I think that is what they were trying to say. Instead of us focusing on, this individual and who they are, what they do, how they speak, their tone, their whatever. I suspect that's what they meant. Good morning.
Good morning, Brenda. How you doing?
Good.
You could explain to me why when West Indies is playing in a country, they would not show that game on television. What sense you really making by doing that?
When the game is being played in a territory so it's being played here, they don't show it on TV?
Yeah.
That's common sense, brethren.
Nah, common sense in that. And sports and television and media go together wherever you go.
They go together, but when the cricket is being shown in the host country, you want to drive people to the game. You really want them to come out. You don't want them to sit at home in their offices and watch TV.
So you think by not showing it would actually bring them out?
Pardon?
You think by not showing it on television?
Okay, for instance, you live in St. Patrick, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Good. And West Indies and Sri Lanka, they're playing that T20 at the National Stadium this morning, right? And we, Grenada, we spent so much money in this infrastructure, and we really want to get more cricket games and build up our profile as a cricketing destination. So we put out this thing, all these people come here, cost us a whole lot of money, so we want people to come to the stadium. So we put it on TV. What happened?
Do we show Intercol on television?
Pardon?
Do we show Intercol games on television?
Yes, we do, but remember what Intercol is.
And to the stadium?
Intercol is a major school event. It's held at a time of day where it's not even humanly possible for all of us to run to the venue.
But I'm just saying that West Indies cricket are killing their own sport. Television, so media on a whole, and sports go hand in hand wherever you go.
Yes, but it's only in the territory where it's being played that it's not being aired live.
I'm not saying that.
It's not killing it that way, you think?
I'm not saying that. Everybody cannot go to the games.
There's a marketing and economic component to think about, sir.
I understand where you're coming from. I'm not saying that. If you block out the game from that particular area, right, not everybody can get to that game, no matter what you do. Who wants to go going to still go, no matter if they show on TV or not? Let's imagine you're home, look at your friends having fun in the stadium. You want to go, you jump a bus and go down there and look at the game just as well. There's nothing like being in the stadium looking at the game. But I'm saying that by blocking it out, you're actually killing the sport in that particular area.
I disagree with that. But well, I understand what you're saying.
Baseball, just name the sport. The arena never filled to capacity, but they still bring it live on television.
My dear, what's the population of a city in the United States?
You want to look at a baseball game? I say you. No, I'm not saying that.
I could fill the baseball 10 times over. What's the population of Grenada, Trinidad, Barbados?
No, look at that. I remember when GFA planned to put the game on the same time Warity wanted to start this event. And most of the players, the team I close to, they were upset. Because they wanted to go and play Warity, and they wanted to go and play Warity because why? The money, the hype, everything was just there for Warity. The point I'm trying to make is that Westerns come to your area here. They advertise the game on television. They have women cricket in Grenada here, right? And they still come here, nobody in the stadium, and they still want to show it on national TV to create a hype. So what sense it make? It's like basically they're killing their own sport. It's like you're killing your product. Even GBN can't bring it. Who bring it? If young people can't see the game on national TV, what sense it make? They can't imitate. They can't even want to be a star. They can't want to be they can't.
That's only in the country where the game is being played, and young people are encouraged through sponsorship and all of that to go to those games. Schools go in for free. Scotiabank give away a whole set of tickets. It's set up properly. There's a science date, sweetheart. Grenada don't have enough people for us to do that, hon.
But they make it too expensive for the sport to be.
Cricket was $10 the other day. I go in the stadium. Where were you? 5 people was there.
Western's playing right now. Do GBN bring it?
Well, no, we can't bring it. There are certain rights that's associated with it. It's expensive. We can't.
Exactly.
But we bring you the information, I can tell you now that Andre Fletcher on 7 runs and Charles on 9.
So I should follow that.
All right? And we're in the 5th over.
So I should follow Brenda bringing the information for me.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Oh, Lord. 435, there's a lot of other things to consider. A lot of things don't happen just by the drop of a hat, or they do it because there are lots of other considerations. One of the things that has disappeared is cricket on radio. Because I remember going to school and I had a little radio. I used to be sneaking out my bag. And so probably we have to find a way to do things like that. But the media business is now big business, and television, they've sold television rights to big media corporations, and everybody wants to make their buck, and so there are these restrictions that come with it, and so the viewing public, it becomes an issue for us. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, I don't all the time agree with that caller, but Brenda, there is a fair amount of merit in what he's saying, because people would decide to go to the stadium, so whether or not it is showing on television or not, for those who really want to go to see. There are some people who enjoy seeing the game live. Some people enjoy it on television, where they have the privilege of watching a replay and so on. So it's a matter of choice. So you have television audience and you have a live audience. And I can tell you from experience, by not showing it, and even if they might be incentive, a lot of people who would want to see it in the living rooms, even if they are incentive, they would not bother go down to the stadium. And those who want to see it live, even if they're showing it on television, they were going to still go to the stadium. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, caller. Well, guys, we have to leave it here for now. Just to give you a quick check. Andre Fletcher, 8, and Johnson Charles, he is on 5. And they are now in the 3.2 overs gone in that T20 West Indies versus Sri Lanka. Let's hope they come out victorious today. Let's just hope so. All right. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate those of you who called in this morning. Trust the situation in Whitegate has become a little easier and folks can move along now. And Minister Darby, of course, he didn't make it this morning. You're excused. We understand. And thanks a lot, everyone. Have a really great weekend. Not week. Where am I? Weekend? No, today's Wednesday. Have a very good Wednesday. That's what I meant. I'm Brenda. So long. Bye-bye.